Please say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Right. So we were discussing about 8 factors that can bring blessing for our lives. Number one is not associating bad friends. It's a blessing. Then after that we learned associating the wise people is a blessing. And then after that respecting the people that deserve respect is a blessing. Right. So then 3. Number 4, being able to live at a suitable place where there are no dangers, peaceful place. So that's also a blessing. And then having the merits from the past, that's also a blessing. And then after that, then we discuss being able to practice the right path, that's also a blessing. Then having multiple talents is a blessing. And then after that we discuss having the education of Dharma and Shastra is a blessing. Dharma means Dhamma that we learn, the truth about the nature, right? So if we have that education, is a blessing, as well as we should have the material education too. So education about sciences and the fields that you like thoroughly, right? And last time I told you that you have to get updated in the fields that you learn, right? In the fields that you are engaged in. So that's also a blessing. Education is a blessing. And then today, 9th one, discipline. Having a disciplined, being a disciplined person, that's a blessing. Vinayocha susikkito etang Mangala Sutta. So, discipline. So, what is discipline? So, discipline means the ability to stick to one thing, one action for a long period of time. Right? So, one scholar says, discipline is the bridge between the goal and its accomplishment. It says everything. So if you want to accomplish something in life, and if you have a goal, then you have to have a discipline. Basically, your whole life, the success of your life depends on how much discipline you do have. So let's say you want to go to buy something from one of these shops. So there is this Walmart and Target and so Best Buy and so Costco and all these. So, but instead of going there, if you run around this and that, right? So without having one mind, without having one mindset. So if you run after so this shop and that shop and if this person or that person, so then you will lose time and you won't be able to go to the expected shop on time, right? Then so even the success, so one thing, you won't be able to go there on time. Even though you go there, then it will be late, right? So always we have to have the discipline to accomplish something in life. That's why he said discipline is the bridge between the goal and its accomplishment, right? And Buddha once told the Bhantes, Vinayo Nama Sasana Sayo, in Pali. Discipline is the decisive factor which decides the lifespan of Buddha's dispensation, Buddha's teaching, Buddha's order. Sangha will stay until there is the discipline. If there is no discipline, Sangha will decay fast. Dhamma will vanish fast, and you won't see the Buddha anymore. Right? So, discipline is very important. So discipline means, another way of defining discipline is, discipline means controlling your behavior. Another person says, discipline is controlling your behavior, rules or no rules. You have to behave yourself. Right? So, don't let the emotions to be the master. Let the wisdom to be. So, if you want to maintain the discipline, you can't let yourself to be submissive to the master of emotions. Right? Emotions. So if you become submissive to the emotions, then discipline goes up. So you should gain the ability to stand. You should be able to stand on the emotions. They should not be able to sway you away in life. For that, who will help you? Wisdom. Wisdom is the one which will help you to develop discipline. So when emotions come and try to take you away, drag you away, it is the one which shows you, oh no, don't go with that, don't go with this. This is your way and this is your goal. Go. Right? So sometimes when you do certain things, things related to sensual pleasure comes and try to drag you back, or anger comes and try to drag you back, or laziness comes and try to drag you back, and then wandering mind comes and try to drag you back, and then doubts come and try to drag you back. It's hard. You fight. So you wage a war there against your own emotions. Right? So wisdom is the one that tells you, if you go with this, you will lose your accomplishment. Right? This is where you should go. So this is a temporary thing, this is an impermanent thing. So don't go with this sensual pleasure. Don't go with this anger. Don't go with this laziness. Don't go with this wandering mind. Don't go with these doubts. Work out. It is the one which reminds you to do so. Right? So, therefore, wisdom should be kept as our support when we practice discipline. So, but still, sticking to it is hard. Let me tell you a story which happened in India long time ago. One day, 4 Bhantes decided that they'll go to forest monastery and meditate. They decided that they'll meditate until they attain the enlightenment. So they went to the forest monastery, and then they started practicing. First day, until they attain the enlightenment, they are not going to talk, right? They are going to keep the silence. So first day went well, second day went well, third day went well, fourth day something happened. On the fourth day evening, they had a lamp. They had the lamp in their main hall. So those days they didn't have electricity. So somebody had to come and light that lamp. So somebody volunteered to come and light the lamp. But what happened? Even though that volunteer came, since he came early, he started practicing meditation, and then he forgot to light the lamp. Now he is meditating over there. One monk suddenly opened the eyes after the meditation and saw the hall as a thick dark place. It's thick dark. Then that Bhante, he couldn't keep his mouth shut. So he wanted, even though he tried to control himself, he couldn't. So finally he decided, saying, "Shh, that's fine. It's not breaking the silence. It's not, it is not going to break the vow of silence. So I'm going to do that." So what he did, he made sound to the volunteer. Right. Then when he did the sound, the volunteer woke up and then he lighted the lamp. But incident doesn't end here. The second Bhante heard the first Bhante doing shh, and he said, "See, you talked." And then third Bhante also couldn't keep his mouth shut. He said, "What kind of fools are you? Both of you talked and broke the vow." And then the fourth Bhante, he was so calm. His legs were silent, they didn't move. Hands, they didn't move. Head didn't move, but something moved. That's the mouth. He said. He couldn't help. He said, "All of you did talk. I am the only one who didn't talk." All of you talked and broke the silence. I am the only one who didn't break the silence. Whenever he said so, he also broke the silence. So it's hard to keep the silence. So sticking to a discipline is hard. Sticking to a policy, it's hard. It's not easy. So, but Buddha says, Buddha asks us to develop that ability within. So you can see all the people cannot come and participate on every Tuesday, right? So sticking to a discipline is a very hard thing, very difficult. So not everybody can do that, but by doing so, what you develop is, so you develop the discipline within, right? And so sitting like this for a long period of time is not easy. But by sitting so, what you do is you develop the discipline within. It's hard, but still you do that. You develop discipline. So so discipline is very important for a person to succeed in life. Buddha also pointed out why Buddha enacted discipline on Bhantes. So I am going to share. So I'm going to share those reasons why Buddha asked Bhantes to keep the discipline. Number one, so Sangha Sutrutai. So Sangha Sutrutai means for the promulgation, for the long-term promulgation of Sangha. If the Sangha has to exist for a long time, they have to have discipline. Right? And you can apply this into your houses too. So if the family members do have the discipline, then the unity of that house, it can prevail longer. Whenever no discipline, conflicts are bound to arise. Right? Then Sangha Pasutai, Buddha said, for the comfort of Sangha, for the comfort of Sangha members. So the people who become monks and nuns, they are from different backgrounds with different ideas. But if they don't have discipline, then there may be a lot of conflicts. But when they have the discipline, they can work together with unison, with union. After discussing and following the common ground, right? Family is the same. So mother, father, sister. So mother, father, son, daughter, sisters, brothers. So all of them, they may have genetic relations, but as individuals, they are different. Sometimes you are lay people, you might have experience. If son likes something, daughter doesn't like that thing. If daughter likes something, son doesn't like it, right? And sometimes what the son does, parents don't like it. What parents do, children don't like it, right? So when there is discipline, you gain the ability to come and talk together, right? And then finding the common ground, right? All of you can have solidity within the family, right? You can have a solid family because you have democracy. You are disciplined, you talk, and you follow the common ground together, right? So then Sangha Pasutai, for the comfort of Sangha. Then Dummang Punam Puggalana Niggahai, to disgrace the people, to denounce and reform the monks who are not following the discipline, who are not disciplined, who don't have honest policies in life, right? If they are practicing wrong practices, so then the discipline points out what's wrong with them, right? And it asks not to do that. Then Pesalana Bhikkuna Pasu Vihara. So that means Buddha taught discipline for the monks and nuns, because the honest monks and nuns, they can live comfortably. They can practice comfortably. You can apply this to your household too. So when you are disciplined, right? So then, if all the family members follow the discipline, you can live comfortably. So then right. Then after that, ditta dhammikānaṁ āsavānaṁ samvarāya. So if we have certain kind of Buddha enacted discipline, because if we have negativities within, and so when we follow the discipline, what happens is we gain the ability to control and tame the defilements that we already do have. If we have impatience, we gain the ability to develop patience because of if we follow the discipline, right? The level of even the patience, it has levels. So there are levels, right? Level 1, level 2, level 3, like that. So even the patience, it has levels. So the more you are disciplined, the more your patience, the level of your patience, it goes up. Right? So then if you follow the discipline, those negativities, they get tamed or they go down. Then samparāyikānaṁ āsavānaṁ patigātāya. There are certain negativities that have not yet arisen. You might have certain bad things that you do. At the same time, there are certain bad things that you don't do. But if you follow the discipline, you easily gain the ability to stay away from the bad things that you are not doing. The negativities that you don't have, you gain the ability to stay away from them. And then it is applicable for a lay person too. Right? Then appasannānaṁ pasādāya. Buddha taught discipline for the monks so that the people who are already pleasant, have pleasant feelings about monks and nuns, sangha, their pleasantness, it goes up. So when, for an example, when a monk was calmly, right, behaves calmly, isn't it calming the mind? That calms down the mind. Emperor Asoka couldn't control, he might have controlled most parts of India and Afghanistan and Pakistan and those areas, Bangladesh and those areas, but he couldn't control his mind. He, after the Kalinga War, the biggest war that he did, it says that more than 200,000 people died on the spot, within a day. And he couldn't get rid of the scenes that he saw from his mind. And then one day when he was looking outside, 7 years old little Samaner Bhante, so Bhante Negro, his own nephew, so his sister-in-law thought that Emperor Asoka killed his, it is said that Emperor Asoka earlier, before he became Buddhist, he killed his own brothers to become the emperor, to become the king. So out of fear, his sister-in-law ordained her son as a Buddhist monk. So that very Bhante, his name was Negro Samanera, he was walking very calmly outside on the road. So then Emperor Asoka saw that right away his mind felt peace. Then what happened? Then Emperor Asoka asked Bhante Nigroda to come inside and listen to the small teachings that he gave, and Emperor Asoka changed. Earlier he was called as Chanda Asoka, the dangerous Asoka, right? The deadly Asoka. But later on he became Dharma Asoka because of that little Bhante Nigroda, right? He changed. So that little Bhante told him, Nahi Verena Verani. He didn't know my Dhamma. He told what little things that he knew. Nahi Verena Verani. So by hatred cannot be appeased. Sammanti the Kudachana. Averena Sammanti. Only by loving kindness, hatred can be appeased. Right? Hatred can be appeased. This is the eternal truth. This is the eternal law. Emperor Asoka understood and changed. He became Dhamma Asoka after that. So it started with the discipline of that small Bhante. With the discipline of that small Bhante. So appasannanam pasada. So if someone is unpleasant about the Sangha, they become pleasant. So if you are disciplined, then the people who don't like you, they start to like you. And those who like you, their liking goes up. They start to like you better. Further. Their pleasantness, it increases upon you. And then Saddhamma Titiya. So ninth one, Saddhamma Titiya means for the long existence of the Dhamma. And tenth purpose is to teach the discipline for the monks and nuns is Vinayanugraha, to have a good disciplinary code. Right? So then these are the 10 benefits that Buddha taught, describing why he taught discipline to the monks. Among them, 8 of them you can apply in your life, right? Into your family. You can gain these benefits. So if you practice discipline. So scientifically, certain motivation speakers, they teach discipline. They teach various kinds of benefits that we can gain by practicing discipline. So one of them is discipline allows you to achieve goals by weeding out the distractions of life. It helps us to put aside distractions, and we can go right away for the carrot. The goal. Right? So then discipline makes you feel good. So you feel, oh, I did the right thing. The right way, in the right time, using my best. You feel good. And you become satisfied with life. Right? You won't worry, oh, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that so at that time, at this time. You won't worry. Because sometimes you postpone and you miss it. But if you are disciplined, you understand this is a must thing, I should do that. For that, you dedicate a time, schedule a time. If it is not a must thing, you let it go, and you don't try to do it. You don't schedule time for it. So you won't waste time. You do your best. And then discipline creates good students and lifelong learners. So good students means, so you start to read the book, then distractions come, you run around, you won't right away. When you are reading the book, you think, oh, it is better to watch some TV for 5 minutes. You start to watch, 5 minutes turn into 10 minutes, 10 minutes to 20 minutes, 20 minutes goes up to 30, 30 goes up to 1 hour, and you forget to read it, right? So, but when you have discipline, when such kind of thoughts come into your mind, you don't think about it, you keep on going. Oh, no, not that. Right now, this thing. Let's learn. Let's dedicate time. So, then you keep on learning. And then it makes you a good learner. Discipline makes you a good learner. Then it helps us to set goals. If you have discipline, you gain the ability to think with a clear mind, and then you can easily put up goals. Right? I won't do this. So you put a goal and you gain the ability to go for that goal. And it gives you a more positive outlook. When we see a disciplined person, there is an aura that we can see. Right? Then for everything, you gain the ability to see positively. And it avoids negative temptations. Same thing that I told before. And then you become an emotionally stable person. You become emotionally stable. Right? And then it keeps you mentally and physically healthy. Discipline makes you mentally and physically healthy. Buddha, I want to conclude the teaching with another beautiful stanza of the Buddha. Vācānurakkhī manasā susammutu kāyena ca akusalanna kaira ete tayo kamma pate visodhe ārādhe maggam isippavedita. If someone is disciplined in words, disciplined in body, and disciplined in mind, such kind of people, they don't do bad actions. If someone practice the discipline in these three aspects, discipline in words, discipline in bodily actions, discipline in mind, that person, ārādhe maggam isippavedita. That person follows the path where the enlightened people followed. So, please practice discipline in life, and may you have a disciplined life, and may we be blessed by that great discipline that you follow. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Before we conclude, so you can ask questions if you have any questions. So I appreciate for that we can have another 10 minutes. Yes. Let's start. Mr. Victor?
So I'm there. Yes, it's obvious that we know the benefit of discipline, but like for young people, if they don't, if they don't have discipline, it's hard. How do you get them to see that, right?
So you have, they have 4 kinds of, they have certain kind of intoxication. So they are deluded they have certain delusions within. They think their young age their youngness, their youth, it stays for a long time.
Okay.
And they don't think about the death, so they think they have a long life. They won't die. And then they are proud about their good health. They think their good health stays for a long time, right? And then after that, they think their bodily strength, it stays for a long time. So, and finally they think they have a lot of time.
Okay.
So because of these delusions, they don't follow the discipline. But whenever they understand that their youth is not won't last forever, and then they are bound to pass away one sooner or later, and then their bodily strength won't last forever, and their good health won't last forever, and they have a limited time, they'll be disciplined. Right? So, but we have to remind them, if they don't think wisely, they are not going to stick into discipline. That's why I told you, wisdom should always there be the supporter of discipline. Yeah, discipline should be there. Yeah, and along with wisdom. Yes.
Thank you.
May you be happy. May you be happy, Mr. Victor. Mr. Aaron, do you have any question?
No, I don't have.
Yes. Mr. Bhanu, do you have?
I'll say no.
Yeah, in Ayurvedic medicine, it says, Lale Panchavarshani. So you have to lull the child for 5 years. That means for 5 years, you should not, even though they turn the whole house down, still you have to lull them. Shodasha Varshani Tadi. For so Dasa Varshani Tadi, sorry. So for 10 years you have to be punished there.
So 5 plus 10 is the secret.
Yes. Yeah. 5 years you love. 10 years you punish. And then Dasavachan Thadi, Shodasha Varshat Paschat. After the 16th year, Putra Mitra Vadagana. Son and daughter should become just like friends. Parents and kids, they should be like friends. That's after age 16. So 5 years you love, nothing else. Love and love. 10 years punishment. So then after that, after age 16, so parents and kids, they should be like friends.
That's actually very good advice. So little bit too late for me. My kids are all grown up in college.
Yeah. So right, that's what Ayurvedic medicine says. So somehow, I think that's it. So
And one more thing is, on top of it, even at that age, if we want to control, one of the precautions my father took is he never allowed us to go out of home after school hours, whatever it may be. No mixing with friends, no going to relatives, no functions, no movies, only house. You eat, you exercise, whatever you want to do. That is all. Outside the home premises, he never allows to go outside. That way, after certain age, it controls that we don't have habit of going outside. Yeah, that is
yeah, but outside life is also
it's
important.
important.
Yeah, but you have to be vigilant. What kind of friends your kid is associating.
Exactly.
So if they are going with good friends, that's fine. If they are going with bad friends, that's dangerous. So then outside life is important too, because you learn how to live with the other people. Yeah. So somehow, please think together, all of us good together, and then today all of us good together, And then we chanted and paid respect to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. And then we practiced meditation. After that, we listened to a small Dhamma talk about the ninth factor of blessings, about the 9 blessings in Mangala Sutta. And by all those ways, we accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of that, please think. May all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. May we be able to practice the Dhamma path. And may we be able to come out of all the negativities. May we be able to develop all the positivities. And finally, may all of us be able to attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. With those thoughts, please concentrate. Abhivadan silisse nichang vada pachainu Chattaro dhamma vaddhanti Ayuvanno sukhang balang Ayunarogya sampatti Sagga sampatti me vache Ato nibbana sampatti Iminati samijjatu. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be very peaceful. Sukhi hotu, sukhi hotu. See you all in the next week. Sukhi hotu.